Welcome to the Agile Wire, where professional Scrum trainers Jeff Boobles and Jeff Molesky discuss Agile topics. Now, here are your hosts, Jeff Boobles and Jeff Molesky.
And the classic question here, which makes people's heads spin, is how do we want to be when it's difficult? Because most people have never actually thought about this question before. And in fact, most people will be like deer in headlights if you ask it to them. And so it's useful. This is where in this design alliance conversation, the person with the more experience in designing alliances often leads. So it would sound like this. So how do you want it to be when it's difficult? And of course, you're going to get that deer in headlights, like, this is so weird. What is she asking? I don't even understand. I remember, you can just imagine what is going on in the person's head. Like I said, yeah, that's kind of a weird question. So let me give you an idea. Let me think about it for a second. So in our particular relationship, so what I can already tell I'm going to need when it's difficult is I'm going to need you to not second guess yourself. And what I mean by that is the moment you have even the first inkling that something's not right, my request is that you really trust that. And you come to me and say, I don't know what's not right, but something doesn't feel right. And here's what I'm thinking so far. Or even just here's what I'm feeling. We'll figure it out together. So how would that go for you? Can you do that? Are you willing to meet that request? And the person will say yes or no, and we'll have a little conversation about it. And then as soon as that pump is primed, 9 times out of 10, the person goes, oh, yeah, so you know what I need when it's difficult is I need like really clear, straight talk. And I'd be like, cool, I can do that, no problem. And you can do this with a group too, but we're just using an example of 2 people because it's easier.
And then it helps when you do get to that situation because it's like, I'm giving it to you straight right now, just like you asked. And then like you give it to him straight. Like, I'm not fluffing this up at all. Like, this is what you asked for.
Exactly. And what's so cool is over time, the more I have designed alliances with people, the more I realize what it is that I actually do need. So I now know to design into every relationship around the question of how do we want to be when there's a strong difference or a conflict. I know to design in how I need it. So I will say, so one of you asked me, so how do you want to be when it's difficult?
How do you want to be when it's...
I love that.
Jeff, you go. No, Molesky, you go.
Lyssa, how would you like it to be when it's difficult?
So Jeff, I've really learned over time that I can receive difficult feedback well, but not right out of the gate. What's hard for me when I start to hear difficult feedback is I fear disconnection and I fear that I don't belong anymore. So here's what I need. And you can say yes or no or make a counteroffer to this because it may not work for you. But what I need is a little bit of a soft startup. I need you to say something like, so I've got something difficult to talk about. And then if it's authentic for you, I need you to say something like, and you still belong. And if that's not true, obviously don't say that. But if it is, just give me that, like my amygdala can relax moment, and then I can be open to hearing. So what do you think about that, Jeff?
Thank you for listening to the Agile Wire. We are consistently inspecting and adapting ourselves. We would appreciate feedback at feedback@theagilewire.com or on iTunes, Spotify, or Google Play Store. See you next time.